Welcome back to Mr. Moneyphone, buy reviews, cell phones, iPods, and other electronic gadgets. Today we're going to be going over how to find your phone's model number. A lot of people don't even know what model phone they have, which is understandable. They don't deal with phones day in and day out like we do over here. So, again, this video is just going to show you what model number you have or where to find the model number on the cell phone that you have. Okay, you'll see I have a couple examples up in front of us here. Starting from the right, we have an HTC Vivid. Now looking at the phone, you won't know it's an HTC Vivid. They all look the same. There's about a dozen, maybe 2 dozen HTC phones that look exactly the same. There's a couple different ways you can find the model number. You'll see I already have the back cover off here. Now, all HTCs have about a 7-digit code here, give or take, depending on the phone model you have. And I'm zooming in here on the actual model number. Now, a lot of the HTCs will have a number starting with a P. In this case, it's PH39100. Now, very simple to actually find what model name phone you have is just type in that model number into a Google search, and you should come up with HTC Vivid as a name. Next phone we have is a Blackberry. Now, Blackberry actually has model numbers and names. They actually have just a handful of names, but they have dozens of model numbers. Now, this happens to be a Blackberry Bold, for example. They have probably about 7 or 8 different Blackberry Bolds in different model numbers for those Blackberry Bolds. They like to keep the same name, but they change the model number as they update the software, as they enhance the phone. Okay, this is actually, at this point in time, this is actually a little bit of an older model of Blackberry Bold. They just came out with a nice 4G phone for a Blackberry Bold. I believe it's the 9900. But here, again, you just remove the battery, you take off the back cover, and you'll see in the top where it says Blackberry 9650. Now, all Blackberries actually have a 4-digit model number. So they have 9650, they have 9900, 8350, 8330. You get the point. But they all have a 4-digit model number. So again, you just take out the battery, and you should see where it says Blackberry and a 4-digit number. Now, let's move on to an LG here. Same thing. The model number can always be found behind the battery on the back of the phone. Now, you see here, it says right there, model number VX9700. So again, if you don't know what model name that is, you can go ahead and just type that into Google, and you'll be able to find the model name. Now, our last example here, and I saved this for last because it's a little unique, where you actually don't have the option to remove the battery. This is an Apple iPhone. Now, Apple iPhones can be a little bit tricky. They have the 2, the 3G, 3GS, 4 and 4S, and they're probably coming out with more, and I don't know when, but the 4S just came out when we're making this video here, so that's all they have now. Now, for the Apple iPhone, they actually have the 4 models I just mentioned. However, they have different size hard drives. You'll see this particular model has a 16 gigabyte hard drive. So that's actually a different model. They have an 8 gigabyte, 16, 32. Even though it's a specific model name like a 3G or a 3GS, there may actually be a different model number based on how many gigabytes the hard drive is. So, to find the model number that you have, very simple, you just go to Settings. Now, keep in mind, you can actually find the model number in the majority of phones this same exact way. Go into your Settings menu, go into General, either Phone Info or Phone Settings. In the case of this iPhone, we can go into About, and it will actually tell you the model number. In this case, you'll see here the model number is MB048LL. Okay, now that model number is a 3GS for a 16 gigabyte, but again, if you don't know the model number offhand, you could just go into Google, type in that search, and you should be able to find the type of phone you have. It's always good to know the model number phone you have, especially if you're selling your phone. So keep that in mind. If you do need to sell your phone, visit MrMoneyPhone.com. We'll go ahead and pay you top dollar for all your phone models. Thank you very much.